Hello guys, today we're going to continue with our Scratch projects, and today we have Catch the Ball, which is our probably our first formal video game. Well, we got Tom and Jerry, but that was kind of a um, draft, if you wish. This one is also very simple. It's a little more complicated with the controls, but anyways, it's kind of simple. And we're going to start right away preparing for our next game that is going to be more formal. Okay, so first of all, we have everything clean and we're going to get our sprites. So we're going to get first, we want people. And this guy, Casey, you see him? He's going to catch the ball. So we have Casey who is gonna he's gonna work more or less in this area right here, catching the ball, which will come, from up to down. Then we have another sprite which is animals, and is this bat. You can choose other ones actually. Some people prefer the crab, others prefer the butterfly. I prefer the bat. Looks better, and he's gonna come here and killing Casey, in this way. Okay, and then we have obviously the ball, which is gonna be here in sports, and you know that I am fascinated with soccer, so I prefer this one. Um, we're gonna do something here. We're going to reduce Casey. Remember here in size, you can reduce him, let's say around 70%, and we're gonna do the same with the bat, around 70, and we're gonna do the contrary with the ball. With the ball, we're gonna make it bigger, so it's gonna be around, let's say 150%. Say yeah. So in the beginning, it's gonna be easier, to catch the ball, and then you know um, avoid the bat. Maybe in the future, when we create a more formal game, we can have levels and create some difficulties. So we're gonna have two backdrops, but for the moment, we're gonna have actually the first backdrop that I always like is Beach Malibu. This one, and you're gonna catch the ball. So first of all, here we're going to create the controls for Casey. So we're gonna start with classical control, which is when click here, then we need show. In the first one, we need show. Okay, we're gonna create the four controls for him: the right arrow, up arrow, left arrow, down arrow. But I was thinking, why up and what up and down? Because we never move in that way. I think we only need. We're gonna do an experiment here. We're gonna need only right and left. But here I need to go to looks, go down to show, because I need that it shows in the beginning and then hide later on. Then we're gonna go to control, and we're gonna go to forever. So it's gonna happen on and on. If the conditions, if, and then we go to motion, and then we go to key. It's not motion. Let me see. It senses. It senses. Let me see. I am a little confused here. I think is motion. And what I need is the one that says key press. So I don't know if it's this one. Key press, I don't see it. Let me look in sensing. Key press, yeah, I'm sorry, it's sensing. In sensing key, what key we're going to consider? In this case, as I said, we're going to start with a right arrow, press, then what's gonna happen? Then we're gonna have a change that I think is here. It's right here. No, it's in motion. Change the change X by, because we're talking in the horizontal direction, and it's gonna be by 10. By 10 is correct. Okay, good. And that's it. That's our first control. Now let's go for the second one. For the second one, we can just duplicate this, you see, and place it, for example, here. We don't need to show again, so get rid of that one, just with no show, and then we change obviously right to left arrow, and it's the other side, so it's gonna be minus 10, not 10, minus 10, and that's it. We got the two controls. In the original instruction of this one, it includes up and down, but we never use those. So I'm gonna avoid those. And I know that in class I told you to create up and down, but let's see what happens with no up and down. Okay. Now we need to create. We need to create here. We go to backdrop, paint, and we're going to create uh, the the backdrop that we need for game over. Just here. So let me see if it's this one. Yes. So first of all, you have to convert to vector. I mean, we are working bitmap, so convert to bitmap. We are in bitmap, not in vector. Go to this one, to the bucket with the paint, and paint the whole screen. Okay, and then go to text, which is this T, and more or less, let's say yes, there. You start writing, but we need to change the color, because if not it's purple. So we go to brightness, we go black, and now yes, it's gonna be here. Game over. Now, if you want, you can center this just clicking on. Okay. Now yes, clicking on it, you can make it bigger. Like for example, yeah, something like this. Yes, going down, open here, and then yes, game over, super big. Okay, that's gonna be the second backdrop that we are gonna need in a moment. Let's return to code, and let's return to Casey. And Casey needs another control that is completely individual from these ones, and starts with when I receive, which is, I think, it's event. When I receive, yeah, this one, it says when I receive something, I hide. So here, more or less here, when I receive, in this case, when I receive, I think we need to create this message. I hide will be in looks, and here at the end, hide. The problem that I have is that I don't remember how to. Okay, new message. Game over. Okay, and then yes, I had to create it. I knew that. So now you have these two options, and I go for the option when I receive game over, hide. Okay. Now let's go to the ball. So let's double click the ball. We see the ball, and let's start with the controls for the ball. The ball has a very complicated control, but we're gonna try to do it super fast. We go to event, the classical when click, then we go to set, which is a variable, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's a variable. Set but I need to create this variable. I need to make a variable. I need to create a variable, and this variable is gonna be a score. Score for this sprite only. That's very important. And okay, and it's created. Oh, sorry, I did something wrong here. Let me delete. Okay, let me. I think it's for all sprites. Let me try it with for all sprites. Let's try it like this. Yes, sorry, it was for all sprites. For all sprites, in that way we have just a score and we have the score. We set my variable here, but score set score. This one, the one that just create to 0. Then we go to events. Excuse me, control. Yes, control. We go to control and we go to forever. And in forever we go to looks. We go to show. It's gonna show first. Then we go to motion. Go to X and Y. Go to X and Y here. But in X, we're gonna have a pick random. Pick random means that the ball is gonna appear in different areas of the canvas of the area. So in that way, we don't know where the ball is gonna come. So that's the beauty of the game. To do that, we go to operations and we go to pick random, which is right here, and we place it on the first hole, and we need to write the number that cover the whole canvas, and that's gonna be minus 220 coming from down to the top. Excuse me, this is from left to right. Yes, because it's minus and positive. The other one is gonna be 220. And y is gonna be more or less 150. 150. Because the action of the ball is gonna be from moving from left to right, Okay, good, very good. Now the next one is repeat until, which is, if I'm not wrong, is in control. Repeat until is right here. So it's in control. We put it here there. And again, we go to operations and we go to less than. Less than, it's this operation here, it says less than. I'm going to include this less than here in repeat until. Then we go to motion and we're going to go to Y position. This one, Y position here, less than, and the number is going to be minus 145. Minus 145. Okay, so we are working on the random falling of the ball in different areas of the Cartesian plane that I call canvas. Okay, now another thing that we need to do is to change y by a number. And in order to do that, we go here where it says change in the same motion, change y by minus 10. Minus 10. And then we go to control and create a condition. And that condition is going to be here. If something happens, then that is going to be in motion. Motion goes to touching. I think it's touching, or is, I'm not sure if it's here. Touching, no, I don't see it. Touching should be sensing. Touching, yes. Touching. Yes, if touching, in this case, if touching Casey here, if touching Casey, then something's gonna happen, okay? Because if the ball touches Casey, the score is gonna work. Then height, we go to looks and we go to height, because in that case the ball is gonna hide and it's gonna appear again, and that's the loop that we are creating. Now we go to variables, I think. Yes, exactly, change the score because the score is going to increase. Change the score by one, and another, depending how many times you catch the ball. Okay, that's it. That's all for the ball, but we need one one more, so the ball doesn't appear at the end of the game over. So in order to do that, we go to events, I think. When I receive right here. When I receive here game over, we don't want to see the ball when it's game over, so I'm gonna hide, and also stop. The stop is gonna be, I think it's in control. Stop. Yeah, stop here, and we decide other scripts in Sprite. So we stop. So in that case, we're not gonna see it at the end. Okay, with this done, we go with the bat now. And the bat, let's say, is a little less complicated than the others, but still we need to create all the controls. So we go to events, the classical when green flag clicked, then he's going to appear. So we go to looks, show here, and then we create the loop, which is forever. And then we go to motion, and when it's similar to what happens with the ball, because the bat is also is going to have the same, not the same one, but it's random, the same falling, the same fall, excuse me, the same fall, but it's random. So sometimes the ball and the bat, they're gonna be together, sometimes no, actually it goes like this. Sometimes, but both of them, they're gonna go down. I'm gonna have a fall. Okay, so it's just go to X and Y, and in X we're gonna include one operation. That operation is gonna be pick random, similar to the ball, and we're gonna cover the whole plane, the whole Cartesian plane, and it's gonna be minus 220 to 220, and Y is gonna be 150. Okay, and then we create the loop here, repeat until, which is, I think, is a control, repeat until right here, and we repeat until we need an operation there, this operation less than y less than a some number. We need y position. Am I right? Yes, y position, and here is going to be minus 145, the same situation. Then we go change y by, that creates the loop, um, the loop look. Change y by minus 10 in this case, minus 10, and then we create a condition with control if here, if in this case touching Casey, touching Casey is gonna be motion or sensing, excuse me, sensing, touching here. If touching, in this case Casey, the game is gonna be, his game is gonna be over. So we go to events, broadcast, game over here, broadcast, game over. Okay, and that's it. Now we need one more to make the bat disappear. So we get when I receive, which is, I think it's here. When I receive, yes, when I receive game over, what happens? I say goodbye, hide here, and that's it. Okay, so I'm not sure it's gonna work. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's not working because we are not on the other backdrop. So let's go here. Um, Let me return to the other backdrop, this one. Okay, and let's see what happens. Okay, but I don't move to the other backdrop. So my problem here is the backdrop, and I don't know because I don't see. Okay, I got it. So what I have to do, sorry about that, you click on the backdrop, and the backdrop also creates a simple control, which is when click and then go to looks and you switch. It says here switch the backdrop to Beach Malibu. Here to Beach Malibu. Wait a minute. Sorry, it's not this one. It's the other one. Switch backdrop to Beach Malibu and wait. And wait. It's very important. Then you go to events. When I receive game over, what is gonna happen? We go again to looks and we switch backdrop. We switch backdrop 2, which is the one that I create, and wait. So let's see. These are the controls for the main backdrop. In my case, I chose Beach Malibu. So whatever the backdrop that you choose, that's the one who with the controls. The backdrop with game over, no. The first that you choose, okay? So let's see if this is working. Yes, now it's working. You see, it comes to game over. Okay, let's do it again. Let me show you. You are here. Ah, wait a minute. No, I'm not doing since I have to use my keyboard. Sorry. Okay, again. Use your keyboard. Yeah. Okay, so here. Okay. Let me move Casey here. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. Now let's do it again. And now I move, you see? And I catch the ball. Oops. Okay, I catch a ball. Okay, game over. It's a little faster, but anyways. Guys, you can do some changes. For example, you can create a more difficult game. Um, you can do some changes. You can be creative. Go nuts. Go nuts. That's what I love when you come with different ideas or different things. But my thing is that you really learn every day more how to use Scratch, and you prepare for the real, the real thing in college. Okay, guys, that's all. I hope this video helps, and I hope you can create this game. Okay, guys, goodbye. Take it easy. Have an excellent day.